Alright, decent success at the first stop of this week, I guess. We got a handful of Game Boy games, Woody with a guitar, which I don't think I've ever even seen or heard of, and another bop, but of course, $41. Whole bunch of Game Boy games and some loose PSP discs. Oh, what's up, internet? Welcome to Video Game Hunting, where in this week, every single game hunting decision will be made at random. And by the nature of how I do it, I can't actually show you because it's on my phone and I can't film my phone, you know. There's probably a way to do like a screen capture. I don't know how to do that, so we're not gonna. You're just gonna take my word for it. Oddly enough, I've decided that every stage of my thrifting days or my game hunting days, I kind of end up going to the same places. So to switch things up, I've decided to randomly select what I do next at every step of the way. So like right now, I started off at my usual thrift store. I'm following up with the thrift store that's right down the street. I'm not gonna randomize in between that. But then I'm gonna roll the dice, or spin the wheel, I guess it would be on the app. And it's gonna tell me, am I gonna hit the next obvious thrift store? Am I gonna try and hit a pawn shop? Probably not great at 9:19 in the morning. Am I gonna check Facebook Marketplace, etc. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think today, I rolled them all ahead of time so I could just do it. And it ended up being just my normal thrifting route for today, as it turns out. So we'll see if it's any different tomorrow, but hopefully that'll get us some better luck at getting Facebook Marketplace deals, because I honestly don't check it often enough because I have such bad luck on there. And also hit us some more pawn shops. Weird way to say that, but that's what we said. All right, at the Goodwill over here, I just went completely blank when I was looking at items in the case, and this ended up in my pile. Tomb Raider Underworld, fortunately it is worth what I paid, $5. Goes for like $19 on Amazon. Then we also got Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Dead Space 2 Limited Edition for about $16 total after tax. Alright, so a $2 Battlestar Galactica on PS2 and an unbranded wired Ps4 controller, which still should go for about 20 bucks. $8 spent. Alright, so it's Wednesday now, and I'm leaving the site of the Fire Emblem pickups. Like I said yesterday, we're doing random decisions, random choices, spinning a wheel to decide where we go game hunting. And that's how we ended up here, oddly enough, on the same day that I would be here anyway. So here's the main divergence and why I'm a little frustrated. I usually only go up north for game hunting one day out of the week. And the random decision wheel app that I have has decided that we're going to a thrift store that I almost never go to because it's pretty bad. And it has been bad for quite some time. So let's see how this goes. This is going to be a frustrating week for me, I can tell, just because I've married myself to this decision to not make any decisions for myself. Not that it's really my intention to give a play-by-play on all the fails of the day, but this thrift store, expectedly, pretty bad. Seatbelt riding dirty. So, rolled up a pawn shop, but it's unfortunately 9:30 in the morning, and none of them are open right now. So, rolled it again, and we got the next obvious thrift store from where I am at, which is going to basically have us going to the same thrift store as the Unknown Video Game Hunter once again. Most likely, I would imagine. Which is also going to be the most competitive thrift store, probably, that maybe on a good day has enough stuff for like one person to get. On a usual day, it's just going to be whatever. So, let's see how that goes.
Actually, I might have a couple. And a couple of
Oh, cool. I've never seen those before. How much would you want for these?
I think it's price week.
Sure.
Yoshi is 39.
Alright, so while we didn't buy anything, we at least got to point our camera at something today. Went to pawn shop because that's what the game wheel, or whatever you want to call it, told me to do. All they had out was PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One stuff, some Switch stuff. No games for Switch. And I asked if they had anything older, cartridge-based, and he's just like, no. And then after, like, lingering for, like, 30 seconds, you're just like, hold on, I have something in the back. So I'm assuming anything cartridge-based they probably put on eBay. And when I asked the prices, he went to his eBay to figure out what he'd want for him, which is way too much for me. There's a lot in my cart, but I have a feeling one of it's going back. We'll see. Alright, so ended up not getting the monkey ball or the ratchet and clank because they could not find the discs, of course. Still end up with a decent amount of stuff. Left some stuff behind. Their prices are pretty high, so at like $8, $6 to $8 a game, $10 in some cases. It's really hard to find something that's actually worth it. Perfectly okay-ish prices if you're looking to buy for yourself for your collection, but not if you're looking to flip. And then the disc condition is also a little iffy. I know there's one GameCube game that I'm really going to be interested in to see if it works. I think the Avatar one, because it's sketchy, but I figured I'd risk it, see if it's, you know, going to be a learning experience. Not doing the random thing that I was doing yesterday, because yesterday was one of my worst game hunting days ever. I found 0 games. Goose egg. I came home with a Harry Potter book. Spent $3. Wasted a bunch of gas. Not worth it. Alright, so I decided to pick up all these NES games that I either already have or don't want to resell because they have the cases. These like rental, clamshell, whatever they were, that all are Nintendo branded, which is really cool. For all the loose games I have in my collection that I'm keeping, I want these. And this is going to put me a lot closer to finally finishing that off. Probably the prize there, RoboCop 2 marked as RoboCop 1 with the Toys R Us sticker on the back. That's pretty cool. And then just other basic games, Life Force, Double Dragon 2, Baseball, Mario Bros, and Tetris. So, in the next clip, if I remember, we'll go over just how much I'm either making or how much I spent to get all these clamshells after it's all said and done. Alright, so like I was saying before, did the math, got the games over here listed up on eBay, and when it's all said and done, assuming my estimations are right and people actually pay what I think will end up being the price they sell for, I guess. I don't know how I want to say that. I have or best offer on everything, so if I get what I'm expected to get, I basically got these 6 Nintendo branded cases for $7 total, which isn't that bad. Not that good either. I was kind of hoping that I would actually be able to make money on those. Make money by getting those, that is. Alright, so this is a perfect example of why Amazon is not worth it for most people. And probably not even me. So I'm trying to deal with a whole bunch of quote-unquote policy violations right now. And listen to this one. This is a product policy compliance issue. So what was impacted? Percy Jackson and the Olympians 5-book paperback box set. New covers with posters, blah blah blah. Listing was removed. Now given I had this up for like $20-something, nothing crazy. Here's what the issue is. This product has been identified as Eskrima sticks, which nobody knows what is, bow staff, cool Ninja Turtles, or a similar blunt force striking device. Amazon policy prohibits the listing or sale of blah 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 and similar blunt force striking devices. Now, I mean, technically, every single hardcover book in the history of the world could be considered a blunt force striking device. Does that mean every single hardcover book is in product compliance violation? I don't even know what I just said. That's how stupid Amazon is, that it makes me stupid. So you hit, like, first off, I can't just close the listing because that doesn't work. So to submit the appeal, it basically doesn't let you appeal without closing your listing, reviewing the original notification, reading all this stuff. I'm just gonna lie. Sure, I've closed the listing. I don't know. You guys did. Ridiculousness. totally not worth. But honestly, one of the worst looking days at this flea market I could remember, at least since winter. Carter and I went back to the flea market about 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11, somewhere in there. Couldn't film because it's impossible to game hunt, film, and carry a baby, so got these for $2 each. Consolation pickups. Oh, like all the stuff you have here?
Yeah, the guy just bought a couple, but PC or?
Looking for PS1 mostly.
No, I don't have too much PS1.
You don't have these ones anymore, the Alundra and the...
Alundra he just took.
Yeah, of course. That was a good one.
Last time I came here, I had 2 boxes of Nintendo games and controls.
Yeah.
And systems, and the 2 guys were fighting over it.
Jesus.
Bidding against each other.
Oh, wow. Good situation for you.
Yeah, everything's complete.
Did you do 10 on this one?
Huh? How much is it on the sheet?
Where is it? 15.
I would do 10.
Okay. Just taking L's left and right today. You know, business as usual. Someone got a $20 Alundra and a potentially $30 Suikoden, which is not as good of a deal, I don't think. At least I always thought of Suikoden as a $30 game, so it's probably gone up. But yeah. And then, as I'm talking with you about PC games, there's someone making a huge deal on the PS3 and a whole bunch of Wii stuff, so that's how my day's going. Slightly better.
Oh, that one didn't have it?
No.
Oh, throw that one.
Yeah.
Good thing you checked it, huh?
$5? There we go. Jesus. It's gonna be happening a lot. Oh shit. Alright.
No kidding. Oh man. And I had a weight on it too.
Alright, let's take a look at what I got from, I don't even know what to call it. Yard sale weekend at Stormville. I can't remember how much I talked at the flea market, probably not a lot, but the beginning of the flea market was horrible, and I was honestly considering going home pretty much empty-handed at the point when I was just getting like some really consolation pickups, and these are going to be all out of order, like I showed before. It's all in this bag. I haven't looked through it, I haven't sorted it. There was one thing that didn't quite fit in the bag, not a video game, but the Empire Strikes Back Star Wars book. I think I've sold these when I got them from Ronnie for decent money. I don't remember what they're called, the book club edition. So I guess that's all right. Let's go through the smaller pouch first, because I think that's where the consolation pickups began. All right, so consolation pickups and mistakes. First consolation pickup, this La Loopsy Carnival of Friends that is technically sealed, but it's like the BS whatever seal. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a legit seal. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter also. Here's not a legit seal. So the first disappointment of the day was getting to a table that had some PS3 and some PS1 games. They had a list that had the prices. I don't know why, because they also had stickers on them too. So I kept like looking at the sticker and being like, how much do you want for this? And he'd be like, oh, check the list. So I'm looking at the list, and there's Alundra for the PS1 on the list for 20 bucks. Suikoden 1, or at least I assume, hopefully, on the list for 30. Some other titles, I didn't take a picture of the list. I really should have, just to go over it. Someone had been there like 5 minutes before I was there, and probably had a really good day at the flea market. I didn't take a close enough look at this, and as it turns out, it doesn't matter, because I picked these two games up for $10 total. He had this one at 10, this one at 15. The best he would do was 20. I think I said that wrong at the beginning, but I'm all over the place right now. I've been driving all day. And the second I get back to Connecticut, I'm getting hit with a deluge of people showing me stuff that they got 5 minutes from their house, and it's just like, of course you did. Zamir Luck. I'm gonna start changing the channel name to Zamir Luck, and no one's gonna understand what I'm talking about. But anyway, Mobile Suit Gundam Crossfire for the PS3. I think this is maybe worth 15, maybe 10. And Uprising X, I looked at this too quick because he had listed it as sealed on his paper, and he's just like, oh yeah, it's still sealed. And technically it is, I guess. Like, this seems to be legit. It doesn't look like it's been pulled up or anything. But, like, it's not sealed in plastic, it just still has the sticker seal on it. So that means nothing. But this is actually a game that I rented back in the day, and I remember having a good time with it, so maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. Maybe I'll find out that it actually sucks, and I had no good opinion on games back then. I don't know. So I'd asked a whole bunch of people if they had games there. One of them did, but he brought out like an Xbox 360, an Xbox, and they said they'd to come back when they had more games. Well, I went back twice. The first time they had Super Mario World with a pretty beat up label. It's missing the protective cover there, and it's also missing some of the bottom label for $10. At that point, I didn't think I was going to get anything, so I was happy to spend any money I could. Although I would have to open this up because this is rattling a weird way. Like, it seems extra loose. I don't know. I'm going to have to test it out, see what's going on. And it's a little bit damaged on top, because of course it is. Some non-video game pickups. These were probably $2.50 each, because I bought this with some other bundle. I don't know what this is. This is an Olympus voice recorder. Haven't looked it up. At the end of this, I'll show what I spent and what everything was worth, I guess, because I don't know the prices on everything. I'm literally just reminding myself of what's in here as we go. No, that's not good. I'm gonna have to try and open that later. I hope it's not destroyed with battery corrosion, but I can't get the cover off. But another voice recorder from Sony. These usually do pretty good, about $30. But maybe they'll be surprising and actually worth like a decent amount. Alright, on to the main pouch. So, some more non-video game pickups. This sealed, but rough condition bicycle blackjack illuminated handheld. These usually are pretty good. If they're in good condition, you could sell them on Amazon, I believe, for a decent amount of money, but that one obviously not. Some consolation pickups, Gran Turismo 5 and Angry Birds Star Wars for $5 total. A previously working, after I dropped it, who knows, Ps4 controller that is in honestly okay shape. It's just grimy. The unfortunate thing is I'm still going to have to sell it for parts because I don't have a PS4. And I don't know if you can just test them on the computer like you can an Xbox controller. And this is grimy as hell. But they would not budge on the price because of course they wouldn't. These were $2.50 each, also along with the two voice recorders. We got Victorious Boxers Revolution and Game Party 3 for $5. Well, $5 while their tents blew away. Amazing Spider-Man 2 on the Xbox 360, which is not nearly as expensive as the Xbox One version. And what else is in here? This I have no idea about. A Sony Walkman SRF 59. I'll have to look that up. I just bought it on a whim. It was $2. And the last few things here. Nothing crazy. Like, there's no, like, I'm saving the best for last thing. No, I'm just literally, these are the things I found. For $10 total? $6? $10? I don't know. It was like 3 for something. I think it was 3 for 10. We got not Captain America, Team America World Police, Rocket League, and Skylanders Imaginators. And then at the very last booth that I ended up spending money at, I got all these for $20. Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, GT 2002 / Jet Set Radio Future, which I once again remind you, don't listen to every Amazon seller you see on YouTube saying that this is worth a lot of money. It's not. You need to have just this game. It has to be just this game. Otherwise, you're going to get some returns and some angry customers. Now, once again, like I showed earlier in the video, very into getting these Nintendo branded cases. Oh, this has a manual too. That's cool. So we got Pinbot, MLB. Honestly, what's in there is not important. I bought these for the cases, so for $10, I got these 3 games. Also Athena. Athena and MLB have the manuals, apparently, which I didn't realize. Pinbot does not. Yeah. Flea market finds. Yeah, nothing amazing. Alright, so the totals are in, and I feel pretty confident in saying I wasted my day. So, in the magical Christmas land world that everybody else seems to live in, if everything I got works, which I have a lot of random electronics and other stuff that's probably not going to work. There's a battery corrosion in a couple of these. I spent $98 on everything today for a potential profit of $130 if everything sold for what I expect. And mind you, unlike everybody else that does estimates like this, I actually take into account eBay fees, Amazon fees, and shipping. So, not a good day. Not a good day. I'm getting multiple messages of other people who stayed home. Not home, but like in Connecticut. And 5 minutes down the road, Sam finds a ridiculous N64, GameCube, whatever deal, 3DS deal. Unknown video game hunter goes to the same place hours later, I assume, and scores even more stuff. And it's just like, here I am, going to New York. So, as we limp out of this video, let's take a look at the best I could come up with for a big money marked by a boom find of the week. And it doesn't even really count. But since I'm kind of using this segment as a faux pickup of the week segment, we have the Nintendo branded NES cases. I have, throughout the course of the week, as additional pickups to the games that were in them, gotten 9 of these. And if you're looking at eBay averages, they're usually in a lot, and they usually average themselves out to being about $4 each. So that's gonna do it for this episode of Video Game Hunting. Leave a like for my sanity.